Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you've ever spent hours digging through online trees on Ancestry, MyHeritage, or Family Search, you've probably come across other people's family trees that seem to have everything already figured out. It's tempting, right? Just click, copy, and suddenly your family tree looks complete. But here's the truth: copying family trees blindly is one of the biggest and most common mistakes genealogists make. In today's video, I'm going to show you why that's dangerous, how to spot red flags in public trees, and the right way to use them as reliable research tools. So grab your notes, because this one could save you years of frustration. When you first start researching, it's easy to get excited seeing trees that already include your ancestors. You think, wow, someone already did the work. But here's the problem: not every online tree is accurate. Many public trees are created by beginners who might have guessed relationships, used unsourced information, or even attached records to the wrong people. Sometimes, people copy from each other, so one mistake can spread across hundreds of trees like a chain reaction. Example: let's say one user accidentally lists John Smith's wife as Mary Johnson instead of Mary Johnston. Soon, dozens of others copy that tree, and now you've got a digital echo of a single typo that's repeated everywhere. So even though public trees look convenient, they can also lead you far away from the truth about your real ancestors. Here's what can go wrong when you copy trees blindly. Merging unrelated families. You might accidentally link your ancestors to a completely different family just because they share the same name or birthplace. Losing original context. If you don't check sources, you might miss key details, like migration patterns, occupations, or family members, that help confirm identity. Confusing DNA connections. If your tree includes wrong ancestors, your DNA matches might look unrelated or confusing because your lineage is pointing to the wrong branch. Wasting time later fixing errors. I've seen researchers spend years undoing mistakes that came from copying trees too quickly. Trust me, it's much easier to build your tree carefully from the start than to rebuild it later. Now, that doesn't mean you should ignore public family trees altogether. In fact, they can be great clues if you use them wisely. Here's how. Use trees as starting points, not final answers. Treat them like hints or leads that need to be verified. Check every attached record. Click through and see what evidence the other researcher used: census, birth, marriage, or death records. If there's no source listed, that's a red flag. Compare dates and locations. Does everything make sense chronologically? If someone supposedly died before their child was born or got married at age 10, that's a clear sign something's off. Look for multiple confirmations. If several independent trees show the same ancestor and back it up with records, that's stronger evidence. But if only one tree claims something unusual, be cautious. Add notes in your own tree. Keep a record of where each clue came from, so you can revisit it later if new information appears. Let's walk through a quick example. Suppose you find a public tree on Ancestry listing your great-great-grandfather, William Brown, born in 1820 in Kentucky. You notice someone added his parents as Thomas Brown and Sarah Lee, but there are no records attached. Here's what to do. Search for William Brown in census records. Does he actually show up near Thomas Brown in 1850 or 1860? Check for baptism or marriage records to see if the parents' names match. Look for other trees with the same family but with attached sources, compare those. Only then decide whether the relationship fits your evidence. By verifying, you're not just copying data, you're building proof. The best genealogists are detectives, not collectors. You don't want a tree that just looks full, you want one that's accurate and evidence-based. Take pride in your research process. When you verify each ancestor and attach proper records, you're creating something trustworthy, something future generations can rely on. Remember, every correct discovery you make adds real value to your family history. So, the next time you see that tempting Add to Tree button, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, is this proven or just copied? If you build your tree carefully, step by step, you'll avoid the traps that so many researchers fall into, and you'll uncover a far more accurate and rewarding story about your family's past. If this video helped you, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss more genealogy tips and tutorials just like this one. Thanks for watching, and happy researching!